Tiny Tina, prisoner in a space jail, hears an explosion before the alarm sounds. Suddenly, a guard opens her cell door as there is screaming outside. However, this isn't just any guard. Tina's father, Atlas, has dispatched ex-soldier Roland to save her. As more guards come, they flee, and Roland engages them in a furious struggle, utilizing both his rifle and his brute power. When Tina tries to flee by herself, Roland grabs her ankle and pulls her back. Roland leads Tina away, disregarding her cries to go back to her cell after slamming a guard's head into the wall. Krieg, a crazy bandit who is obsessed with the vault, bursts through a glass cell and attacks the guards. When Commander Knox of the Crimson Lance Army shows up, Krieg takes her out with ease. Then Krieg reveals their friendship to Tina by picking her up. Roland says goodbye to his former superior and escapes with Krieg. After capturing her most recent victim a few months later on the planet Promethea, bounty hunter Lilith goes to a pub for a drink. However, she is soon encircled by goons who have been hired by a wealthy boss. Lilith repels them, taking down the leader and shooting the majority of them. A man in the back claps as the pub explodes into chaos. It's Atlas, donning a holographic mask. For helping Lilith locate his daughter Tina in Pandora, he offers her a sizable sum of money. Lilith reluctantly concurs. As soon as Lilith gets to Pandora, she has to shoot a monster. Because she was raised there and lost her mother to its perils, she despises the planet. When she finds out the Vault Hunters have damaged the shuttle carrying Tina, the neighborhood children help her find her way. While searching, Lilith comes across people that are attempting to harm her, but she quickly dispatches them. Lilith boards a bus, but the driver leaves her in the middle of nowhere because he doesn't think Lilith isn't a Vault Hunter. Someone spies on her from a distance while they search the area. Lilith discovers a wanted poster for Roland, but Tina is nowhere to be seen. When Lilith sets up camp in the evening, she fires at the shadows after hearing a commotion. It turns out to be Claptrap, a robot Lilith finds extremely unpleasant. Lilith gives Claptrap Tina's photo after he confesses he can monitor people. He locates her, but he estimates that it will take 132 days to get there. Lilith discovers Atlas's secret army, the Crimson Lance, dealing with a crazy person who is snatching children the following morning. Once they're gone, Lilith takes down the madman with a remote gunshot, freeing the children in the process. She then takes the car and locks Claptrap inside. Lilith speeds up her journey with the ride and arrives at a junkyard where she discovers a kid's room full of stuffed animals. Tina comes out of hiding and says Roland left her a few days earlier. Lilith promises to take her home, but she drops the beacon while attempting to activate it. Lilith finds dynamite under the bed while getting it. Tina requests for a rabbit, but the toy explodes as Lilith reaches for it. After escaping the explosion just in time, Lilith notices Tina dropping more explosive plush toys from atop many trucks. Lilith hands the broken beacon over to Claptrap so he can fix it while she hides beneath the car. Tina yells for Krieg as Lilith points her rifle at her. He assaults Lilith after stepping out of an old van, but she repels him. Using the surroundings to her advantage, Lilith fights them hand to hand. After Lilith gets better, Tina is pointing a big weapon at her. Tina insists she doesn't have a father, despite Lilith's attempts to clarify that she was sent by him. Knox arrives with her soldiers on a hoverbike, interrupting them. Knox is thrown a rabbit by Tina, but he avoids the explosion. Because of the explosion, Lilith and Tina had to jump to safety as the vehicles become unsteady. Tina is pushed away from the wreckage by Lilith, and Knox tries to apprehend them when Roland, riding in a truck, nearly runs her over on her hoverbike. Roland hands the wheel to Lilith and uses the truck's armaments to retaliate as the Lances commence fire. After giving Claptrap the wheel, Lilith enters the fray. The Lances drive through a bridge that collapses when Claptrap strikes its supports. As the Lances close the distance, a missile strikes the truck, causing Lilith and Roland to take cover within. Roland shoves one of the cars that are around them away, setting off a series of collisions. They enter Piss Wash Gully, a region filled with monster urine and smoke, through a barrier. Instead of following, a massive monster launches an attack on the Lances. Roland avoids its appendages, only to become trapped on a precipice. Roland reverses the truck just in time to avoid being attacked by the resurgent monster. Once more, the Lances encircle them and demand Tina. Roland charges forward, unleashing a barrage of bullets that pierces the beast's skull and lets them escape. They have to pull over a short while later to replace a flat tire. Tina tells Lilith that Roland saved her, not abducted her. The trio declines to open the vault for Atlas because they think Tina is the daughter of Iridia and intends to utilize its treasures for evil. Roland brandishes his rifle at Lilith for collaborating with Atlas, but she counters that since the Lances also desire her, they are on the same side. They admit they have one of the vault keys and let her stay. To obtain the other, they must now locate a scientist. The party proceeds to a metropolis, where they don masks to stay undercover due to the abundance of wanted posters. They walk into Mad Moxie's tavern. He used to own Lilith's mother. A soldier named Larry notices Roland and diverts him while Lilith asks Moxie for the location and password of the scientist's lab. When Larry says he wants Roland's bounty, Moxie puts him under a tase. Moxie assists the group in making their getaway via the back door as the Lances approach at that precise moment. They arrive at an elevator, but Tina's voice is the only way to enter the password. They enter a large lab and are greeted by Dr. Patricia, who recognizes Lilith right once. They obviously don't get along, and Lilith leaves to avoid looking awkward. Patricia follows and makes an effort to speak, but Lilith vehemently reminds her that she left her behind when she went vault hunting. It emerges out Patricia was meant to take care of Lilith and took her in after her mother passed away. When Patricia tries to clarify that she had to complete Lilith's mother's work, Lilith becomes enraged and bolts to the top. Tina follows and says she was raised in a laboratory. Using Iridian blood from the key, Atlas cloned her in the hopes that she would be able to open the vault and produce super weapons. Tina worries that she'll be sent back to the lab after unlocking the vault. Claptrap, meantime, ambles about the city streets. Knox is informed by Larry when he spots him. but Claptrap vanishes before she can apprehend him. Patricia informs the others back in the lab that the other key is inside a hazardous mine in the caustic caverns. They are informed that Knox is locking down the city when Claptrap shows up. The group hides in a garbage can to make their getaway. When they get to the mines the following morning, they discover a hatch on the ground. They go down into the mine after sending Claptrap in first. They travel through a river of chemical waste that, except from the organic crystals, completely destroys everything. A door opens, and they traverse a precarious platform that nearly topples. When Tina accidentally treads on a flower, Claptrap is startled. As they proceed along the tunnel, they come upon the Bloodshot Symbol, a group of psychos that other psychos fear. They send Claptrap in as a diversion because the gang is in another room. The crew manages to slip past without being seen as the Bloodshot start shooting at Claptrap. They discover a cave full of containers after making their getaway. Lilith follows her gut and discovers the second key inside a particular box right away. Claptrap alerts the Bloodshots with a noise as they are about to leave. Although the group defeats the intruding psychos, more keep arriving. After Lilith places boxes in the way, they make their way toward the stairs. Krieg battles hand-to-hand with Roland and Lilith while the psychos is restrained. Tina stabs an adversary after Krieg saves her from certain death. The crew retreats since the psychos don't stop coming, despite their best attempts. Tina tosses a bomb to blow up the stairs, while Lilith retrieves a flamethrower and burns down more enemies. They manage to get away in a dim tunnel, but glowing masked psychos wait to ambush them. They are soon vanquished, and they go on to another area where fighting breaks out. Patricia discovers the hallway that leads to the elevator after eliminating more psychos. The group flees, obstructing the way in their wake. Unfortunately, Patricia and Claptrap have to work together to fix the broken elevator. When the psychos reappear, Roland and Krieg battle them once more. Lilith loses her gun as she rushes to seal the gate as more psychos emerge from another passageway. Tina gets there in time to save Lilith from the psychos who have grabbed her. Roland fires the pipes, unleashing chemical waste onto the insane because he believes the gate can no longer be kept open. There's another wire issue as the squad dashes into the elevator. After fixing it, Roland instructs them to depart without him. When the psychos jump on him, he throws the bunny Tina drops at them. The team believes they are about to crash when the elevator bursts through the earth, but they are unexpectedly transferred to safety. When Lilith vomits up, Tina believes it's because she's gained some new strength. After setting up camp that evening, Patricia mixes the keys and displays a map showing where the vault is located. Additionally, it displays the emblem of the Firehawk, a goddess of a redo, and a planet guardian. Patricia cautions Lilith that Tina might not survive if the vault is opened. Roland, meantime, hides beneath the deceased psychos in the mine to escape the bunny bomb. After Claptrap gives Lilith the fixed beacon back, she destroys it right away, but not before a drone showing Atlas's hologram shows up. If Lilith does not turn over Tina, Atlas offers to kill the squad and promises to pay her back. After hearing this, Tina launches a bomb that knocks out Lilith because she thinks the woman would betray her. Except for Claptrap, who reveals they went to a neighboring abandoned settlement. The squad has left as Lilith awakens. Lilith follows and remembers the day the psychos attacked, realizing it's where she grew up. Her mother stayed behind to fight and sent her and Patricia to safety. Lilith discovers her former residence, along with a childhood sketch of a woman with wings. After Claptrap scans it, Lilith's mother sends a message. The note expresses regret for sending Lilith away and explains that she was powerless to ensure Lilith's safety. She concludes by professing her affection and asking Claptrap to assist Lilith in realizing her destiny. Lilith races to find Tina after realizing what her actual mission is. Tina, Krieg, and Patricia discover the entrance to the vault while they arrive at another mine. Tina enters the key despite Patricia's cautions, but nothing occurs. The hologram that had been covering the location suddenly vanishes, and Atlas shows there, bringing the hired psychos and Crimson Lances. Roland intervenes and starts shooting as he gives Knox the order to kill Tina for her parts. Atlas defends himself by donning a force shield. When Knox discovers Atlas's actual character, she gives her troops the command to back off. She tries to apologize to Roland, but the laser beam from Atlas's plane kills her right away. Then Lilith materializes, showing herself to be Iridia's actual daughter. This explains her Firehawk sketches and the ease with which she discovered the key. If Lilith opens the vault, Atlas says she will let everyone leave. Lilith grabs the key despite Patricia's cautions, and a blue light appears on her arm. She sets it down to create a gate, then rises to the air as the power envelops her, giving her wings and changing her into the Firehawk. Lilith assaults Atlas with her newfound strength, nearly pushing him through a hole, but he manages to hang on. Tina was thrown down the pit by a huge lunatic, but Lilith's magic makes her come back. The enemy opens fire while Tina launches bombs, but Lilith's strength protects her. A heated battle breaks out, Lilith defending her group. Even Claptrap enters the fray, hurling two adversaries into a pit. Atlas turns on his laser beam and repeatedly shoots Lilith to death. Lilith retaliates, but her strikes are thwarted by Atlas's force field. Lilith flies up to destroy the plane after she eventually finds her wings again, only to discover that it is also shielded. She is knocked unconscious by the impact and loses her magical protection as she crashes. The massive psycho overwhelms Krieg, and Patricia runs to wake Lilith. Atlas tries to hit her once more, but Lilith is able to deflect the bullet with an energy shield. Motivated, Roland battles the soldiers, and Krieg ultimately vanquishes the large psychopath. Lilith makes a tremendous effort to reflect the beam back at the airplane, which causes it to blow up and crash. While the group flees from the falling debris, some foes are crushed. When Lilith reappears with shimmering wings, Tina has been taken prisoner by Atlas. Lilith opens the vault and lets Atlas and Tina in without hesitation. The vault is originally gloomy, but it quickly becomes bright with a blue radiance. Lilith teleports behind Atlas as he is amazed by the strength and takes the device that regulates his force field. After giving him a fair beating, Tina goes back to Lilith, who bids her farewell and leaves with the girl. After being abandoned in the vault, a massive creature quickly ensnared Atlas with its tentacles and dragged him into a passage. The group later makes their way back to the city to celebrate. As the sky is lit up with fireworks, Tina persuades Lilith to join in on the excitement. Lilith forms a fire hawk in the sky by expanding her wings.